menagerie of mutts over there.
Hey, why you looking so confused? Really be.
Cause I don't hear nothing. You said you was gonna play an intro. I didn't hear no intro.
You didn't hear the intro?
You ain't
I heard.
hear him talk about somebody was floppulous
I heard
and
nothing. On my side. I heard absolutely nothing. It just went quiet.
oh,
Oh,
I heard all the things.
Well,
Somebody was
okay, great. I didn't. That's why I was looking like that because I didn't hear nothing. I didn't hear nothing.
well, are you having a good day? You
yeah,
having a good
cause
one?
you've been going off on us since you got up here.
I didn't
We
go.
love
What are you
you.
talking about? I
Oprah
didn't go
hug.
off on anybody.
Oprah hug. We love you.
I didn't go
I
off
love you.
on anybody.
You love me. We're a happy family. Right. That's how it goes. With these great big nuts and this dick from me to you.
That's not how it
Oh
goes.
wow.
Yes,
What? Wait,
you
how did
love.
we get there?
That's not how it goes.
That's
Oh,
not how
yeah.
that goes, Sugarfoot. That's not how that
Oh,
goes.
oh. That's the version we used to sing. Oh,
Of course you did.
don't do us.
I just work here.
Anyway, we're here to talk chasing
And
Atlanta.
you put Chasing Dallas on the title again.
Did I?
You did. I,
Oh, no.
when I looked in the corner, it said Chase. Did it look
In
say
the
Chasing it?
corner, but because in the corner, that was the name of this original studio. But
Oh,
on
okay.
the
Okay.
video, it
Okay.
says Chasing
Chasing
Atlanta.
the Okay. All right.
I was like, wait a minute. We're here to discuss Chasing Atlanta, season 7, episode 7, which was titled Days of Our Chase. I have a question.
Hmm.
Really, B, you are my soap opera aficionado. Was that not the Young and the Restless theme that they played? But they
Yes.
said Days of
Yeah,
Our
it
Chase?
was. It did. It
Okay,
was.
I
Hmm.
just wanted to make sure I wasn't going crazy. I was like, I think that because Days of Our Lives go like sands in the hourglass. These are
Hmm.
the days of our lives. Isn't that what Days of Our Lives?
That's
Oh
it.
yeah.
That's it.
My grandma used to
I
watch them stories, so I remember the theme song.
listen. Listen. If you went to my nanny's house, my nanny was my grandmother's twin sister. We went to nanny's house. We couldn't talk between 12:30 and 4 p.m.
Oh, or my
And,
grandma, you're right. My
and she
grandma
was the
older sister.
neighborhood candy lady, and the store was between
Hey,
12 and 4.
everybody coming in the chat. Listen, my grandmother's older sister, she used to always be out when we was outside. She was outside on the porch watching us, but we had to come inside when the stories came on, and all sit on the floor. And she had that switch that could reach from her chair, her layback recliner chair.
Come on,
Switch could reach any part of the room. It was that
listen.
long, and it was a bunch of
To
us.
this,
So
to this day, Victor Newman can do no wrong. I don't care what you said. Whatever y'all said he did, he ain't do it. Not
yeah,
Victor
hey
Newman.
everybody, as y'all come in. Hey team.
He done married and
Um.
divorced and married and divorced Nikki 650.
All right, so we start off the fuck shit and fuckery of the day with the lemon
I like
squeeze.
the opening though. I like the soap opera opening. I
I
thought it was
didn't.
cute.
I really did not.
You did
Mm,
not like it?
I
I
did
thought it
not.
was
Hey Trey,
funny.
maybe if they had the right theme song, I would have. But it was a no for me, dog.
Oh God. Father.
So we start off the fuck shit and fuckery of this episode with the lemon squeeze. When are they going to learn? These just don't work. They just don't work
I think they know they don't work. I think they do it for the dramatization of it all.
I'm about to say because I don't want not near another lemon squeeze for no reason at all.
at all. At all.
They needed to. This should have been a Ponderosa. This should
Let
not
me
have been a
let me
lemon
tell you
squeeze.
how you knew it was some fuck shit. Because you had Tony, Dominique, and Noel that was supposed to be host. I don't know what Dominique's purpose was because he really wasn't a host, but whatever. Noel said
Oh God.
there will be we will have a resolution. Period. I was like, baby, who?
You can't
How?
force a
What?
resolution.
Right? You don't get to make the decision. Oh, there will be a resolution. Period.
You
How?
can go on with having good intentions get to a resolution, but you can't force it. That's not how that works.
Sure. So we started off with Noel and Tremel. Noel, this whole that was him, apologizing for calling him old and all of this stuff. Noel says in his confessional, he said he knows that the age thing made Tremel mad. And I was like, well, do you? Because he just told you he didn't care about that. He said it was the music, and his music that made him mad. But you just have concocted in your mind that, oh, I know that shit, lady. Oh, I know that's what got it. Baby, the man just did I miss something there?
I hate when people tell me what I'm mad about. That irritates
Right.
my soul. I hate it. Don't tell me. I just told you what I was mad about. Don't tell me what I'm mad about. I just fucking told you what I was mad about.
This is gonna come out insensitive. I'm just gonna say this
From
right now.
you, I'm
Yes,
shocked.
I'm just gonna say I wasn't buying. Listen, I wasn't buying the tears and the great grandma and the death. It seemed to me like you were trying to garner extra sympathy or what. I don't know. I wasn't buying it because you literally say, "I apologize," but then my grandma died. Don't forget, my grandma died. Girl. I don't even know how your grandma got into this or how that even factored in because your grandma you said was 98. Tramel is 39. What the fuck? I, girl, I don't know. I wasn't buying it. I didn't buy none of the tears.
How
I
did
was
we get
I
here?
looked at that. I looked at her like, girl, you could cry blood. It didn't matter to me. It didn't. But I'm a horrible person.
I
That's
don't
what people say.
understand how we got to grandma either. I don't know how grandma. I understand. I thought, because I ain't got no notes, but I
Me
thought
know.
he said he was upset. He was more sensitive and more emotional because grandma had passed away. So things that normally
No,
would,
he said,
uh,
I know that life is short because my grandma just died and she was 98. And so I should have been more sensitive to you, which to me says you trying to equate him to your great grandma who was 98 and the man is 39. I saw through the bullshit. Them was fake tears. Girl, you wasn't crying nothing. And you was just trying to get extra sympathy or get extra eyes on you. I don't know. I wasn't buying it. I'm just saying.
okay. Well, oh hell, yeah, because I
Really, do
don't
you have
get
anything,
how.
ma'am?
No, like I said, this is what let me tell you this whole thing with this lemon squeeze that irritated my soul.
She's in the blowout.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, boo.
Yeah,
Go
that
ahead.
was-
We wait. We probably gonna agree
No.
100.
And I guess because I'm old, certain things, the old jokes are old.
I wrote that down. I wrote
Like
that down.
y'all are acting like these people are in their 60s and y'all are in y'all 20s. Y'all are in y'all 20s and they're in their 30s. Calm the fuck down.
Some of y'all are in y'all 30s, and the other ones are in their 30s. So we don't understand what the
Right.
fuck you
Like
talking.
calm the fuck down. And then y'all want to be shady and y'all want to say these comments. And when somebody reciprocates, then it's a problem. When
Hmm.
somebody calls you on your shit, then it's a problem. This whole thing, that has been my issue with this whole,
Some
like,
of these girls in their 20s look like they in their late 30s and 40s.
well, that's
Noel, God be
Wait,
with us.
yikes on
I'm
bikes.
sorry. Tony and Q got into it, and she explained why she explained why she came, why she left the party. Come here, Q. Bring your stinking ass the fuck here. Now help me understand. I wrote down how does Tony leaving because you were 3 hours late translate into her never going anywhere and getting out the house. Cause ain't she out the house more than anybody on the show? Which is why
Right.
she's never in any scenes, cause she always out of town
Out the
doing
show and
whatever.
catching flights.
Girl, I said, what the fuck? These
Catching
bitches are
flights, doing
delusional.
speeches, getting awards. Like, it doesn't even make sense.
And
Yeah,
as far as I know, Q, your version of getting out the house is going to jail, having three hots in a cot,
Right, because
going down and
when
seeing
you try to
Nova's
get
little
on a flight,
boyfriend.
right, when you try to get on a flight, you ended up in jail.
Right. In jail with Nova's made up boyfriends. I'm just saying. I was like, and he was, I was like, and then he was like, really, grandma? I was like, grandma reads? You girls are doing grandma reads. Am I
uh,
echoing? Let me go out and come back in. I might be echoing. I think it's me.
so
I'll
here's
be right back.
first of all, the fact that Tony got in free does not negate the fact that you were 4 hours late to your own event. Let's start there, sir. You said, and I quote, "Is it me that's echoing?" Hold
Is it
on.
me? I don't hear an echo, but it might be me. El Teddy
I
up
don't
this
hear
morning.
echo when you talk, and I'm closing all of my
Okay.
tabs to be on the
Am
safe
I still
side.
echoing?
I didn't hear echo.
Oh, okay. Maybe it was just me hearing one. Like I hear a little bit of an echo now, but I don't know
Oh.
if it's now though. But
Okay, so like I was saying, when you pop back in, uh, I don't care if she got in for free. It unprofessional. You supposed to be this ultimate professional. That you climbing the stylist ladder to do all of the things. Do you think that you can arrive to a shoot and be 4 hours late and that be okay? Like, I understand it was your birthday party, wop de woo, and all these other things. However, I don't understand how you're the one in the wrong, beloved. You're the one who had your guest waiting for 3+ hours with no libations, no food, no air conditioning, and a hot ass black box with some dance music from a DJ who got his phone plugged into his Apple phone playing that playlist over and over again for 3 hours, the same 15 songs. But you want us to sit here. No, you got my Mr. Peabody taped up in between my things, and I got on this tight ass clothes and this tight ass tuck because I tried to be cute for the appropriate situation. So I'm damn near halfway naked. So I know my tuck got to be absolutely correct, which is
wait,
sometimes
when
painful.
did we
And
get to
have
tuck
me
talk?
sitting on the tuck for 3 hours on this plastic chair that I don't know that really can hold all my abilities because it looked janky than a motherfucker. So I'm sitting and holding my weight because I can't fully trust to relax in this chair to hold all my fucking abilities. And you got me sweating so bad, my lace is fucking lifting. I'm trying to do the best I can with this hand fan that I put in my purse, but the battery done died, and now I gotta recharge this motherfucker. And let's circle back. There is no food. There is no drinks. It's just a little jug of
And
water
no
that I
AC
have in my
either.
car that I put in there on my way over to the function. And did you expect me to sit here and wait and be happy and clap like a duck? And you didn't show, and the thing was supposed to start at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and you rolled your ass in here on an Uber Black that's so exclusive that anybody can fucking get one, and you show up at 9:07, and the event is supposed to end at 10, and you got an attitude. You got an attitude,
Really
nigga.
be
Go to
go
hell.
ahead. Cause
Go
Evie's
ahead,
gonna go
Loretta.
on for 5 more minutes
Thank.
about this tuck. Dear
I'm
God.
sorry. I'm upset. I'm upset on her behalf. Go
Here's
ahead.
my issue with it. Just fucking say I'm sorry.
That's all you gotta do.
All you had to say was, listen, it was not my intention to be 5 hours late, but shit happened. I was trying to do a little bit too much. Everything fell on me, and it was a lot. And I am so sorry that y'all were inconvenienced. That's it. That's
That's
all.
it.
I was so, because I really do like Q, but I was so disappointed when he went in his confessional and acting like Tony was the problem.
Right,
Sir,
right.
Tony was not the problem. Just say you're sorry. Just fucking talk about if I can be late if I want to be late, and I'm sorry that you had to do something else like go to sleep. Sir, calm the fuck. Listen, I don't give a damn why Tony left. So what if she went to sleep? You were still being disrespectful of her time. She was there when you asked her to be there. She was dressed. She was ready to film. She was ready to do all of the things. Like let's pull back the fourth wall right now. Y'all, they asked y'all to be there at a certain time because they want to film y'all walking up. They got to mic y'all up. They got to do all of the things to get ready to film a scene. So yes, y'all were outside for the majority. Now, from my understanding,
But
they
really,
were.
be the place closed at 10, from what I understand. And you rolled up after 9 o'clock. Girl, 10 o'clock really be 10 o'clock. Really be 10 o'clock. And he rolled up there after 9. Okay, next we had Dominique and Tremel.
And another
We-
thing, yes,
Wait,
Nova's lace was lifted before she got there, but this standing in the heat just made it worse. Just made it because a little lace standing. Oh, I'll cover that with a little bang. You won't see that. But when it's so hot, not only is my lace lifting, but my wig is sliding to the back of my forehead. It's not okay. And I don't even like Nova like that. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. That
yeah,
thing.
'cause you fierce. Dominique wants to squeeze with Tremel. He tried to say Tremel made a diss track and had it on the album in one fucking night. You just wanted a reason to be on fucking screen, Dominique. That was the dumbest shit I ever heard in my fucking life.
Come
Like,
on,
you really thought he left the fucking party, wrote a whole diss track, went to the studio, recorded this shit. Sound engineers did all of their shit and everything overnight and had it put on the album just for some fuck shit from this show. You got to be the dumbest bitch on earth, Dominique. You got to be about the stupidest hoe on earth. If you came out your mouth to really try to say that this man had a diss track, you wanted a reason to try to be on film. You have nothing going on right now this season. You had nothing to even do in this fucking lemon squeeze. And you tried to squeeze lemonade out of a fucking rock. It wasn't even fucking lemons for you to squeeze that shit out of. You stupid ass dick fuck. Like, just don't insult our intelligence. That probably made me more mad than anything. I'm like, bitch, don't insult our intelligence. You know good and hell well that shit was like the next night. He ain't put no fucking dick. I'm sorry. I went off on a tangent. I apologize.
I would like to say 60 points to Gryffindor for El Teddy making a new cuss word. What was it? Dick fuck? Don't even know. Yeah, 60
I
points to
was so
Gryffindor.
mad
Period.
about that. Because I'm like, sir, don't insult our intelligence like this. Please do not insult our intelligence like this. I'm
Yeah, I
sorry.
don't
Go
I
ahead.
don't
Y'all, anybody
understand
have
I
anything
don't
there?
understand why he would think that he meant enough that whatever he thinks is the obstacle between him and Tremel, that it meant enough for that young man. I guess he ran away, got in the car, and Ro hit the thing on his way to the overnight studio that he booked from the Uber on the way to the studio, uh, and came up with a beat to put to music
Like,
to
girl,
come
I
out with
just,
a diss to add
well,
it
who
to
you want us
the.
to jump through for this dumb shit? Oh, I was so mad about that. Like, I was like, you really just think we just stupid as fuck like that?
Or he's really that vain that he thinks that he heard that song and he was like, is this play about us? What is happening? I don't understand. Why would you why would you diss me in song in this manner? Why would you think he would do such a thing? Like y'all didn't even have that much animosity or, I unless I missed something, besides the you played in my face at the first event like you didn't know me. We've been friends this whole time. I've never had an issue with you. So why now, what all of a sudden, out the clear blue sky, you're my sworn enemy and we going to the booth with it? I don't. If he wanted
Really?
to dish you, he would have just played walking like a dog when you came into the room. Like I don't understand. Shout out to T.S. Lil Kendra. I don't understand.
Oh, speaking of T.S. Low Kendra, is it me or
Here we
was
go.
Alfie channeling her best T.S. Low Kendra at the end of this during the lemon squeeze during her confessional? Like,
Wait, wait.
It did give off look.
were her
Yeah.
confessionals not giving T.S. Low Kendra to me?
It was. It absolutely was.
No, I know that no. Well, I know Nick thought the song was about Noel, but the same argument applies. What made you think it was that deep that Tremel left
Oh,
and went to
okay.
the studio?
Okay. That makes even less. If Noel thought it was about him, Noel, he does. He barely knows you, baby. Why would he write a song about you? You're so vain.
Right.
You
I mean,
song is about you. Like I don't, huh? Hey. Oh God.
Um,
I would just like to
I don't
say
listen. I'm if I'm y'all don't want me to cuss again. Let me just move on. Nova
thank you,
then
Stunner.
goes at Noel, and here's another reason that I got pissed off.
Mm,
This bitch had the
we gonna get cut.
gall to say that she took issue with Noel because
Mm-hmm.
he wore a wig and had a goatee
Baby,
and a beard.
please.
But Kendall had the same fucking shit on when you met him, and bitch, you ain't even blink. You all of a sudden welcome him with open fucking arms. Didn't have a single the fuck problems. You immediately became the haves and everybody else was the have nots. And now you expect us to believe that you had a problem as if you've never seen a non binary person in your fucking life. As if you've never seen many people within the community that may not even identify as non-binary. They might say I'm not non-binary. I'm a man, but I just want to have on a wig and I like to wear a wig. What the fuck? I
You
said
act like men in real life don't have hair that long. What the fuck are you talking
but
about for
my
real?
thing is at least be consistent because Ken Doll came with the exact same aesthetic and you didn't say a fucking word. These bitches, these bitches are pissing me off. I'm looking like, I cannot. I cannot with these hoes. I cannot. I can't. I,
Yeah, it's like you want to be contrary for contrary's
yeah.
sake.
I mean, first of all, what Nova said was stupid, and what I'm getting ready to say is getting ready to be it's probably not going to be politically correct either.
this
Um,
whole episode wasn't politically correct.
right.
We gonna get there.
Girl, you are a baby you're just transitioning. You're a baby transitioner, okay? So you are offended by everything for no fucking reason. Why are you so offended by everything? You're offended by Noel because you feel like Noel is because when people are on the news and they're looking for a trans person, that's a person that they seem to find. That's not a trans person. And then you're mad because you're like, well, they get trans mixed up with cross dressers, mixed up with non-binary. But girl, you mad about everything for no fucking reason. Calm down.
And been trans for 2.5 seconds and not everything. Yeah, Abby, you might get this. You ever meet those parents? They had a first child, and all of a sudden, everything is, oh my God, my child, oh my Lord, my child. And you be looking at them. Abby, you probably be looking at these bitches like, if you don't go sit the fuck down
No,
somewhere.
I let the listen. That's a live and learn experience with them new parents, these new fandango parents, and I'll be like, okay. Now, when this child is shaking you every which way up but loose, I bet you whop little Junior on the ass and tell him to get somewhere and sit down. But oh no, Cause you got upset with me because I told the child, no, don't put your hands on my good crystals before you break them. They're on the coffee table. I don't care. Don't touch things. You should learn not to touch things. You get popped when you touch stuff after I told you not to. No, we don't hit. We talk. Well, I'm gonna hit you, and then you can talk to them about it. How about that? Uh, Also, Nova is nonsensical. I put in her and EJ Johnson on this the delusional prayer list because the Lord need to come touch their minds. Because
Like
what
the bitch got a problem. I'm sorry. She's got a
I'm
fucking
sorry.
problem.
I would just like to say that words mean things and you cannot change like I hate when when somebody says something and then you look at them like, what the fuck are you saying? And then 15 million people try to say, well, what he meant to say, no, but what he said was, this is what the fuck he said. And words mean things, and that's not a true statement, what he said. What he meant and what he said were two totally different things. What she be saying be crazy. Novaly Nations, we tried to like you at well,
I didn't. I knew from jump. I knew from immediate. My
I knew
discernment
from that
is
first conversation with
impeccable.
Tony.
My discernment it was right spot on from the beginning. That bitch ain't shit. I knew that from the beginning. That bitch ain't shit. Next,
I
we
go,
had Q and Carl.
not you go. That's the verdict. She ain't shit, and we move on.
Let
You
the
had,
record reflect that I didn't like her ass either.
you
Okay,
did really be. You
you
did
did
not.
not. None of us did.
You did not.
Our discernment
Q,
works very well.
Q
Very well.
felt like Carl
I don't want you to
messed
talk
up
no more.
Sammy's event by yelling in the parking lot. Carl say he don't give a damn the performance was over. So he ain't mess up shit. And they went back and forth. I
I
felt like,
can't hear you, Loretta. We can't hear you.
yeah, I think you on mute. Oh,
Can you
that,
hear me now?
yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah. I agree. I felt like I didn't understand.
Like, why was Q mad at Carl? Like, I feel like he just wanted to be able to chime in on something. You know, it's a lot of that in this lemon squeeze where bitches just want to be able to have something to chime in about.
For
And
a
y'all ain't
lot of
really got no
people
issue.
who like to say it's on site, if it's up, then it's stuck, and all of these things, then you come with this, well, it was at his event. So, no, where you show, no. You don't understand when I say that it's on site. I don't care. Well, we could be down to the church house, to the funeral home. We could be at your grandmama's grave site if that's where it's got to go down at. When I
Now,
say it
now
is on
Carl was
site, I mean when
channeling
I see
his
you, it
inner
is on
Ebby.
site.
Carl was channeling his inner Ebby in the confessional. Carl was channeling his inner Ebby in these confessionals. He was.
I'm that kind of person in real life. I'm that kind of parent in real life. You know, I only had to show out one time with my children in a public place, and then they realized, oh, this broad is crazy. Where you show out is where I show out. So you want to show out in the middle of this Harris Teeter? Well, ass whooping the Harris Teeter is gonna be. Cause what the fuck I'm not gonna do is have you acting and just like when I rolled up on that broad at church before service started so I could pray afterwards and get my mind right so I can go do praise and worship. But honey, you finna get this before service start. Come here, let me holler at you. Come here, come here, let me holler at you. Cause when I said this on as soon as I saw you, let me holler at you right quick for a second. I got something to say to you. You knew I was looking for you for a couple of weeks, bitch. That's why you ain't been in church. Oh, but time is a great revealer, and you brought your ass back to church. Daughter, come here. Because the consequences have just deepened for you. They haven't gotten lighter because you was missing in action. So
If
no,
you
I
want
don't
to
give a
join
damn
the
about
panel,
none of that.
Nim says, can he join the panel? I don't have no problem.
Come on, Mims.
Look at really be. Look at her face like, what is this bitch?
Oh no,
You had
I
this face
don't.
like, no, what is this bitch about to say? Now
That
up
nigga gonna
until
say
this
something
point,
crazy. That's what he do.
there's the league memes. Up until this point, we were at the gates of hell, and from here through the rest of the lemon squeeze, we were at the ninth level of hell. Carl and Kendall get into it, and here's what pissed me off from the beginning: when Kendall had the audacity to admit He didn't have a problem with Carl because he said one sound, one band, one sound. Meaning your issue was with Tremel. How the fuck did Carl get drug into this? And see, that's the shit that I was like, oh nah, bitch, you just wanted a reason to be mad with me. I ain't did a fuck thing to you. Not a damn thing. And then what made it worse was everybody else in the group tried to defend this whore and tried to make it like that was the right thing to say and tried to make it seem like that just makes perfect sense. No, bitch, that don't make no sense. Mims, I don't know what's going on. Mims, I can hear you now. Yes.
Oh, sorry. I just have a question.
Okay.
As a prostitute,
Oh boy.
how can you talk about another prostitute? No
I knew
shade.
it was gonna be something crazy.
I
Ah!
knew it was gonna be some bullshit. I already knew. I
Really, you have her
already
face
knew.
was already said. What is this bitch gonna come up here
Ooh,
and
that
say?
broccoli done been done. Oh
Mm.
my God, as one whore to another. Like, how do you have?
I mean, how can one prostitute talk about another prostitute? Then there's
If
that.
there was ever one moment on one of these shows where you could be as campy and as ridiculous, that was the moment. That was it. You were literally telling somebody who admitted to being a sex worker, you are correcting her, but not correcting the sex worker who is talking negatively about another sex worker. You can't get more ignorant than that.
Like the shit is insane this season. Like these people are just insane. I'm just like, what?
I don't. I mean, and no offense to the, because I watched. I think it was like Tony explaining how she wants people to be sex positive and all that, but that does not make sense when in that moment that was not your moment to take. That was not a moment where you are speaking up for sex workers at large. We're talking about one sex worker, talking about another gay for pay sex worker, and saying because they're a sex worker, they have STDs. You can't defend that, and you tried to, and it looked crazy.
I mean, Nova, what petri dish of and cornucopia of STDs and STIs do you get walking the streets of Riverdale, East Point, West Point, College Park, or whatever old National Highway or whatever fucking beach you walk down? You raggedy bitch. That bitch pissed me off this episode,
That
bitch.
listen again. It pissed me off because I'm like, why the fuck are we defending this bullshit? Like Mims just said. At the end of the day, when when Alfie broke down and explained why she even brought it up, like, look, we were sharing stories. You were talking about you do OnlyFans. I don't do OnlyFans, but I was trying to connect with your ass. So I said, you know what? My baby daddy did OnlyFans. So let's talk about it. She never said that her baby daddy was gay for pay. She said that he's on OnlyFans and whoever click into his OnlyFans is whoever click into his OnlyFans. But now we're gonna sit here and act like we're gonna play word games with prostitution and sex work. I'm sorry, she's not a prostitute. It's called sex work.
Whatever.
And,
It's selling your Gucci cat
no,
to
no,
the
no.
highest bidder.
If you did not know we were at the ninth level of hell, when this bitch said the following, just like a straight woman. That's why I can't stand you hoes. I had to rewind it because I said, I know, because it went fast and I had to slow it down. I said, I know she ain't just.
So let's clear this up. So Nova doesn't like non-binary. She doesn't like cross dressers. She doesn't like natural born women.
And she didn't like the body she was born into.
And
Well,
then
there's
there's
that.
that.
Well,
Then there's that.
that's the
I've
benediction
had
on
so many conversations now. I'm going to actually use this in one of my videos. I've had so many conversations with trans people recently about this because whereas I'm trying to bridge the gap, people like Nova are trying to burn the bridge down. What I
Here's what. Go
Mhm.
ahead. I'm sorry.
What I found out, which I thought was the most interesting, is trans people don't have a lot of presence in media. And when they do, it's usually people like Nova or T.S. Madison. And T.S. Madison is one specific trans person who has T.S. Madison's specific life and life experiences. I've talked to a lot of trans people. who feel like they are trans women. You don't have to call them a woman. It's just I am a trans woman, and they just want to be respected in the sense that I have a life and I deserve to live.
Hmm.
And the very least you can do is respect whatever pronouns. All of this stuff that we're hearing and all of these fights, those are very specific trans people who have a large platform.
I have.
Most people have never spoken to a trans person. Most people have never really technically seen a trans person. And when their exposure is people who fight or who make comments like, a man who wants me is heterosexual, even though they identify as part of the LGBTQ, then you have questions, but that is something you have brought to the forefront. The average trans person just wants to live and make it past the age of 40,
Mims, I
is
have
what
a
I'm
lot of
finding out.
commentary on what you're saying. I'm just going to reserve it for. I wrote it down to talk about what you're talking about at the end of the lemon squeeze when Dominique said what he said, because I felt like he got it. He missed the mark too, and it goes deeper into what you're talking about right now. Because I wrote down that that's a discussion that needs to. Because I felt like what he said was wrong, totally wrong,
All I
totally
can
wrong.
say is for Nova Lee Nations, comparison is the thief of joy. You got to stop comparing yourself. Okay, Sugarfoot, because you never gonna come to any type of conclusion to be happy with yourself and who you are becoming and the body that you currently have if you're steady trying to compare
Listen,
yourself to naturally born women.
when this fight between Carl and Kendall was getting to its heights, Kendall tries to get up and leave, and Dominique says, "If you leave, they win." And I was like, "What?" Wait,
Again, that lets you know what this shit is all about. When it, because I said the same thing. He said, if you leave, they win. What competition are we in? Why is it a us against them? What are we
and
fighting?
and and, and also, really, be that also means they were already expecting this to go south for Carl and Tremel. There was never supposed to be. It seems like this was supposed to all be a, yeah, we're gonna go check these hoes and make sure they understand that they're the ones on the outs. That's how it felt to me.
Go
I
ahead,
don't
go to
know.
your mama.
I don't
I don't
know.
know. The elitist thing wears me out because technically y'all are all on the show. The show is not called We've Succeeded. The show is called Chasing.
Right.
Then there's that.
The show is called Chasing. So I'm no offense to anybody. You can kind of tell that you know there are levels, right? Like on a nationally recognizable show, so that's a level. But outside of that, everybody else, it's a chase. If your chase does not come with doctor, MD, financial strategist behind it, then shut up. Basically, like enjoy one another and stop trying to make other people feel less than. That's what it was given. They felt they are trying to have like some elitist thing, but I don't think anybody has the kind of money where you can be elitist. Nobody's at EJ level, basically. And he don't even
Uh,
work.
well, let's be clear. EJ's only where he is because his daddy made a lot of money. If you remove him from being having the last name Johnson, he's another brick in the back of the club talking about getting trade. And then there's
Not a
that.
brick.
Yeah.
I found out what brick means, so I know exactly what you're saying, and that's horrible. That's
Well,
Um,
horrible.
sometimes it's not that you're. I've heard this a lot of times. It's not that you're ugly. It's that you're broke. And so EJ is not broke. So
and still a brick.
he can afford to. Oh, I was gonna say he looked nice and okay. I'm gonna shut up then.
Nova says she did nothing wrong and has nothing to apologize for. Fuck all of that shit. She's the victim here, and Althea is the villain. And she did nothing wrong, and she never will apologize. And there's nothing for her to be remorseful for.
Do we know how old Nova is?
I have no idea.
Mm-mm.
20
Me
something,
neither. Oh.
21, 20, or 21, 23, somewhere in that age range. I thought.
You said 41 to 23.
Uh, I said 40.
Oh, do we know what she? Do we know her? Do we know her ethnicity? Because I thought she was Latin.
Me too. I thought she was
I thought
Latina.
she was Hispanic Latinx too. So I'm looking at you like, girl, what are you talking about, light skin? Isn't
We just
she
have
Hispanic
the Nova is
Latinx?
the reason I
Or
have so many
I didn't
arguments.
even give her. I didn't even give her Latinx. I thought just thought she was white.
oh, well,
No, I
okay.
definitely thought she was like
I
Latin,
Yeah, I
thought
but
thought
she
she
I
was
was
did not know
Hispanic.
that Latin people consider themselves red bone, yellow bone. I didn't know that that was a thing in
They
their
don't.
community.
me either. I ain't never heard that shit
They
before.
don't. But to me, I said, now, if y'all remember really being Abby, a few episodes ago, did I not ask that same question? I said, isn't she Hispanic? Because she's trying to make this whole inclusive thing. And if I'm being honest, you are outside of the main group as well, ma'am.
So look, even the
Oh, they
chat is
said she Puerto Rican.
no, even the chat is confused because Nova says she's Jamaican, and then Christopher said she's Puerto Rican. Which one is she?
Probably one of
Spicy
the
says she
above.
says she's Puerto Rican and Jamaican.
That all that's lovely. You know what I know? She better not say the word nigga. I know that.
Oh, we'll
I
get
I don't
into
give
think
a
that.
fuck what.
I think a core issue, which is why I really expected Tony to speak up in some of these instances and bridge the gap, is Nova is not the most cerebral person, right?
They
Like,
keep them
and you
trying
don't
to
have to
drag
be.
Tony
That
in.
is the nicest way of saying she's stupid I've ever heard.
Um,
You don't have to be with it, and most reality stars are delusional. Nobody is giving them an IQ test. They're just giving you a test to make sure you don't like kill everybody else on the stage. But she's not going to get it. Like, not everybody, you can't have an intellectual conversation with somebody who lacks core intellect. I don't know how else to say it. I'm not calling her dumb. I don't know, but she's not there. So the expectation that she's going to be there wasn't a requirement for the show. It was just, are you entertaining? I'm sure. So we're expecting a lot from somebody who probably doesn't even expect a lot from herself. She will sell
My
her
God,
body
my
to, she'll sell her body to get money to send for niggas who won't even get on the plane. So why are we expecting her to understand the gravity of what she's saying to her co-stars? Like it that now we're dumb because we're expecting something that she's not giving. She's shown us. There should never be a time where you're a sex worker and you're paying for a nigga to come see you, and they won't even do that. And
that's
you are
that
talking
violates the
about the
whole
fact
rules
that
of
you
sex
only
work.
date dudes who are like thugs and are toxic. She's not
Well,
saying that she's Mother Teresa. She's never said that, and we're expecting her to be, and she's not that. She's never gonna give that.
well,
well,
my
go
other
ahead, Rudy B.
oh, I'm sorry, my bad. My other issue is I forgot. Go ahead, y'all take the shit. I was gonna say.
Ma'am
um,
said she ain't never met an
let,
IQ test.
I was
Ass.
going to say that Nova, the part that pissed me off is when Nova said, uh, uh, um, Tony, no, I'm sorry, Nova said Althea really isn't even supposed to be in this group, which goes back to what I said from the very first episode. And when I knew that there was a straight, I said, somebody's going to do this stupid ass shit because these bitches are not wrapped tightly in the head. We're talking about people with sub 70 IQ scores here, okay? And I knew full well that somebody was going to say some dumb shit like this. And here it is, 28 might be her age and her IQ score as Nova, saying that Althea didn't belong in the group and because she's a straight woman. And I said that from the beginning. I said this is not going to work because these bitches, they're not, they're not intelligent enough to be able to have a conversation like this. Okay. Hey,
Wait,
Ebby and
who
Rudy
are you
B.
talking about specifically?
Nova said Althea isn't supposed to be in the group because she's a straight woman. She
Okay.
came right out there and say that. said that. And that's when she then said, just like a straight woman, that's why I can't stand you hoes.
Hmm. For me, that was like it. Like at that point, we tiptoed around it. I
Yeah,
think
we
pretty
we know.
much the fan base consists of more than likely, probably gay people and black women, and I feel like they had tiptoed around how she truthfully felt until that moment where she really couldn't hide it. And at that point,
Really be. Give me a second. Let me. You know what I got to go do. Give me a second. Okay.
Okay.
Y'all take over.
Nova's at his door. I feel like it was they tiptoed around it up until she actually said what it was. And I hate that because I don't feel like all trans people feel that way about women who were born women. I think that's just a Nova thing.
The way I feel about it is, again, for me, as somebody, as a straight woman who, has hung out with straight men, I don't understand the fucking issue. I get it that this is a LGBTQ show, and is it a decision I would have made? Probably not. It's not my fucking show. But I feel like to me, I feel like Nova is the problem. It's ridiculous as far as I'm concerned. It's fucking ridiculous. Um, I don't know. I just It's just fucking ridiculous to me. It's frustrating as fuck. I'm just being honest.
Um, I'm interested to see where they go from here, given that guy called it out. The cast member was like, "This is fake shit." She just said she's not gonna apologize for some shit she should apologize for, and now Alfia don't even want the apology. That was the realest part of the scene to me, because it's true.
Right.
If you can't get to a place where we can effectively say, "I know I did something to hurt you because I felt hurt. I'm sorry," and mean it, then what are you on the cast for? Like, you hate me at this point, and y'all don't have enough interactions for hate.
And what let me know what else irritated me when Alfie went through all of the things that happened that night, because some of the stuff we didn't see on camera. When she went through all of the things that happened, all of the different digs that Nova threw at her, that wasn't just about, oh well, you said it, and you it wasn't innocent. Like, you really were targeting that woman all night long. Every opportunity you got to throw a dig at her, you did. So this was not some innocent, oh well, I mean, I just didn't understand. No, you targeted her the whole fucking night. So yeah, when she blew up, I'm sorry, like, I don't understand how they're defending her. I don't get it.
I also think it's interesting because I like the fact that they had a woman on the cast, just like, I did a little expose on Bravo and how they turn black gay men into accessories, but not on the other platforms. The white the white gay men and stuff, it's different than how they treated the black gay men on these shows, but the black gay men on these shows did benefit from it. Their businesses and everything else. I didn't see an
Um,
issue with there being Althea on this cast, and even Althea not necessarily having gay friends or trans friends and navigating those relationships. I think, given what's trending right now, that would have been good to watch. Like, again, bridging the gap. Althea doesn't have to be somebody at a pride festival to be a what is it called?
ally.
An ally. Yes, she doesn't have to do that, because shit, I don't think all the cast is at pride festivals. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that that is allyship. I think allyship is probably somebody who's willing to learn and who's willing to pass what they've learned on to other people who weren't allies.
I wrote
But
down.
they're putting a lot on her.
I wrote down in my notes because I said, because this was toward the end of the lemon squeeze, when Dominique, who was still trying to defend Nova, and started by saying, "Well, I ain't trying to defend Nova, but," which means you're about to do everything to defend Nova. He said Nova knows how to deal with us because she's a part of the lifestyle and Althea isn't. Here's my issue with that. And so many people make this mistake. Just because everybody else groups all of those letters together, there's not this mixing of things. All of those various letters have very different lifestyles, very different experiences, very different, whole ways of thinking in life. I'm going to be very brutally honest. The G corridor of the Rainbow Coalition compound is not intermingling with the T corridor. The G's do not see it for the T's like that by and large. That's just the real of it. The G's, they're not here for the trans girls like that. Matter of fact, most times they be like, ugh. You know who deals with the trans girls more often than not? Either the B's or the straight men. You know what I'm saying? But the G's, a lot of times they don't even want to, and they can really be actually even sometimes even more disrespectful to trans women than even the straight community is. So this whole, oh well, she ain't a part of the community, as if people who are not LGBTQ don't know how to interact or be a part of or be. That's not true. In the LGBTQ
What if
community,
Althea had said, "Well, this is a black cast. Why are you here?"
then there's that. But in the LGBTQ plus community, and I said this, we have straight women there all the time. And we don't have any issue with, straight women. That's we all intermingle together. But like I said, on the cast like chasing whatever franchise, these girls always go to the lowest common denominator and try to just eviscerate people using some of the things that and some of the things they say that you should never say to anybody on or off camera. So this
I
whole
don't know that again. Like this is probably the reason I'm doing my shit in members only is because the conversation is probably going to get provocative, but it's not lost on me that we have these ideologies around the people who have the strongest voices, and for unfortunately, right now, if you look online and people are like black women, what people are seeing, they're equating that shit to baddies. And that is not
Mhm.
black women. Black women are the second most graduated group, and they're only 10% of the population. Black women changed the shape of politics when last up not this last election, but the election before that. But what people see is Natalie Nunn and getting to the bag and shit like that. And the
But
same
ma'am,
goes for
but
trans
ma'am, but
people
ma'am,
and gay people. They see the people on baddies and they see the people on
no,
Zeus and
I'm
they
gonna take
equate
you
that
even
to the whole
further, ma'am,
community.
with that. I could take you even further. Even within the gay community, people think 90 to 100%, not shouldn't say 100, but people think upwards of 80 to 90% of gay men are what you see at the clubs. And it's the complete polar opposite.
Well, I
Most
was
gay
actually
men,
responding to you when
no,
you said that gay and the I don't know what the hell you said, but you said somebody don't get along. And I'm
mhm.
saying that that's like what's out there because those people have the loudest voices. But what I'm learning, just like talking to different people, is there is more community and camaraderie than people see because a lot of it is online and a lot of it is negative and a lot of it is fighting, is what I'm saying. Is
I,
that
I hear what you're saying. What the point that I'm the what the point that I'm making is the most of the gay community are not what you see in either in the clubs
you
or
talking
even
about? Saucy
sometimes
Santana?
huh?
You talking about the Saucy
No, I'm
Santanas
not
of the
even talking
world?
about the saucy Santa. I'm not even talking about that. I'm just talking about just regular, just some regular person that go
Hmm.
to the club. You know what I'm most a lot of the experiences they never even do that, never even go. And that doesn't mean they're closeted. That's just not their experience. And they don't do that. So there's a whole group that never even sees or goes to that. What I am saying is there is not a melting. I would say like this: the letters of the LGBT community are together like people of color, and we know people of color are not like this. You know, People of color are different groups of people who have different cultures, different lifestyles, different life experiences, and they get grouped into this people of color situation when they're not a monolithic or homogenous. Same thing with the LGBTQ experience. Lesbian experience is dramatically different from a gay experience. A gay man's experience is dramatically different from a trans woman's experience. And sometimes there's cross sections and intersections where there's not agreement. There is a yeah, I don't like you and you. There is all of that fighting and people wanting to section off in their own little corners. And so I don't think that it could be said, well, she's a part of us, so she knows how to interact with us where Althea wouldn't know. That's not true. That's not how that works.
I don't care if you're trans. I don't care if you're gay. I
Exactly.
don't care if you're lesbian. I don't care if you really be. If you're stupid, you can't hang out with me.
Oh wow.
Wait a minute.
Wow.
I just
Oh
meant a
wow.
bully.
I
I'm
would
not a
rather hang out
bully.
with really bees than I would rather hang out with didn't hang out with Nova. I can tell you that shit.
No, no, and
Wait a
so
minute.
no, I just meant a bully. I just threw in a bully.
I'm not a
I would
fucking
hang out with a
bully.
bully before I hang out with somebody dumb.
Wow.
And I
That's
mean,
straight.
I've been very vocal. I've been very vocal and very honest about people that I know. I know people who are extremely wealthy. I know people who would hang out in EJ Circle. I know people who were formerly prostitutes. And if you watch my channel, I let you know that the people I'm most proud of isn't the hoes that grew up with money or have maintained money. It's the people who were formerly prostitutes who work legitimate jobs and have changed their lives. That's just what it is. I know multiple sex workers. Um,
I have friends that are
but none
sex
of them are
workers that
dumb.
used to just have sex for money with regular grinder trade. Now they're having sex for money with the athletes and singers and politicians and
I'm
stuff.
sure you know multiple sex workers as
Don't do
well.
me, as I'll be forced to do you harder. I don't pay for sex. I
I
just
didn't
know
say you
people
paid
who
for sex. I
sell
said
their
you know
bodies.
sex workers. You're very sex positive.
Apparently, you know some too.
I tell people I know plenty of sex workers. I wasn't saying you were a trick. I'm saying you
I'm
were
not a
sex
trick.
positive, so you wouldn't judge somebody based on their
Oh no, I would
profession.
never judge nobody.
Y'all are sensitive tonight.
Oh, I'm not.
You
I'm
see,
not sensitive.
you see how Loretta and I are minding our straight business, very demure, very mindful.
This conversation
Knowing
ain't
this
got
ain't got
nothing
shit
to
to
do with
do
me.
with
No,
us.
no. I think that your opinions do matter. I mean, I don't know the guy who runs chasing, but I would imagine that people such as yourself would be the atypical viewer of it. So your opinion would matter because not only you're a viewer, you're a woman, so you do have that experience. So if you are offended by something, then you should, speak on it.
Listen, I
Mm.
only be offended when I
Too
can
feisty. I don't
zoom
judge
in
people. I make
and I can see where your lace ends and your forehead begins, and there's a clear line of demarcation. I
wait, what?
only get offended when I can see the clear line from where your concealer stops and your blush starts, and then your bronzer starts, and then your regular makeup starts, and there's no blending, and it's just harsh lines like you put stripes down your face. I only get offended when you're talking and you're blinking and your lash has popped up in that corner and now it's waving at us the whole time you're talking, and then I can no longer concentrate on what the fuck you're saying. Those are the only type of things that offend me, really. You know,
Who are you talking
Nova
about? Are you talking about a cast member?
No, she's talking about in general.
Oh,
does
okay.
in general, and some of those things have happened to some of the cast members. So,
Name
um,
them. Name them. Name
let's
them. Name
let's
them. No.
not.
This is why we
I'm
can't
on
have
I'm
nice
on
things.
good terms with these
This
people at
is
this juncture, so
exactly
and
why
I
we
would
can't
like
have
to
nice
keep it
things.
that way. And I don't really. I come at it with a sense of love. Like I treat them like they're my children. I haven't. I have a trans child, not by birth, but that's my child. Uh, my daughter is part of the Rainbow Coalition. Um, I have a best friend that's a part of the community. I have a trans friend who we've been friends for like 15, 20 years. I was the first person that did her makeup. So I don't really get offended by much,
Is
but
that the
I can
Turks and Caicos
see.
shirt you got from the birthday?
I know I'm in my Turks and Caicos.
I don't know
Um,
how I sidetracked to the Turks and Caicos. Hey, I got my Turks and Caicos shot glass that I keep right here. See,
Oh, I don't have shit Turks and Caicos near me.
it was your birthday. Oh, I thought you would say you didn't have
she
none at
drank
all.
all the
Okay.
liquor we bought on that.
Mm.
That liquor been gone. That liquor been drunk over.
Members, you see how we get sidetracked? We do. But yeah, at this point, I told you these people are who they are. They are. Dominique says that's also why Carl and Tramiel ain't invited nowhere because they don't know how to act with people, and if they want, they could meet him outside. Um,
Who said they could meet
Dominique
him outside? I missed that. Who said that?
Dominique said that they could meet him outside.
Meet
Dominique,
you
I don't
outside
think
for what? The last time
Dominique.
you met
I
somebody
don't think he
outside, you
wanted.
got everybody maced. Be quiet and sat down.
Dominique, I think that, let me be quiet. It ain't nothing. I ain't got nothing to do with it. Red restaurant. I didn't care. Did you go see Tramiel and Carl in Charlotte?
No, when were they at Pride Park? I
Tramiel
know.
performed at in
I didn't
Charlotte.
know. I didn't know. I
Oh,
didn't know. Nobody told me. I would have
then
went.
I ain't care about none I'm saying. Then Noel and his made up boyfriend and I ain't got time for this made up whatever
I
they
thought
got
the
going on.
boyfriend was cute.
I didn't say the boyfriend wasn't cute. I just said this was a made up situation.
Why do you think it's made up? You don't think he would date someone that feminine?
Just know I'm saying from the conversation,
Yeah, it doesn't sound like they're dating.
they're not
It sounds like they
boyfriends.
met
They're
and they
not
talking on
together.
yeah, they're not together. They only been on 2 dates.
And the boy was
He's
even
been
trying to
gone.
refute that. The boy was like, "No, that's not how this went."
Right. And he's been gone. He's in the military and he's in college. Like, that is not a relationship.
Exactly. Like
Y'all
this
might
is
be
just
trying
really
to
made
work
up.
towards that. Y'all might be cool. Y'all might be dating, but that's
Maybe
not
y'all
a
fucking.
relationship.
I don't know,
That's
but
not
y'all ain't dating,
What
honey.
y'all doing? Fucking. Um.
Cracking
Also,
backs,
to
dipping spoons into
Novally
sugar bowls.
Nations, I just want to rewind it because I maybe had drifted out because I got a phone call. Miss Novally Nation saying that she don't like us straight women. Oh, we don't like you either.
I'm about to say,
Oh
Like,
well,
wow,
I mean, the feeling is
I know,
mutual. I don't
like, what is that supposed to do?
didn't
I
heard
don't like
that.
So,
I don't like you
because I
either. Like,
guarantee you can't beat me up. So what the fuck? Who cares? Like, girl, what? Not you hate the thing that you want to become. I don't. Do you really want to become that thing? If you hate us so bad, why are you willing to put tons of money to and take all of these hormones to rearrange your natural physical makeup, hormonal makeup, and all of these things if you hate us so bad, friend? Maybe you need to sit on somebody's couch and talk about it. Where Twan Dixon at? Go talk to Twan. Tell Twan that you hate us. And sit down and unpack them feelings that you. Oh, I ran me off. Sorry, friend. Uh, Sit down with Twan Dixon and talk to him about it. You need to unpack that before you continue on this self journey of discovery that you have began to be something
through this journey of discovery,
through this journey of
you're
discovery.
finding me, I'm finding you. How the fucking win? I done messed the part up.
You're finding me, bring out the joy inside of me. Okay, yeah, this is okay. But for real, daughter, you need to sit down and unpack that.
I'm with you too,
You
Feisty. I'm not losing no sleep over Nova ignorant ass. Because at this point, you just showing me how immature, adolescent, and ignorant you are, and I don't have the energy for it.
it's a level of confusion and delusion that you have inside That's part of probably your dysmorphia, your body dysmorphia, and the things that are going on in your head with you not feeling right in the body that you have. And I think the hate that you feel for us and why you act the way you do, you're attacking these women that you don't even know. You have never talked, you ain't really talked to them, you ain't really got to know them on that type of level, and you hate them and you attack them. You hate us because you ain't us. So I don't, and it's becoming more clear every time you open your mouth and say something. You really need to go sit down and talk to somebody. You really do. Because I don't understand. It's one thing if you got that EJ delusion where you like, I'm the baddest bitch in the room and none of these bitches can take me. The girls aren't dressing to the nines like I be dressing to the nines. That's why I pull all the straight niggas.
I think
But if
EJ is also singular. I've been doing like really deep diving on him, and I do think that he affirms himself through being in competition with women, but I think that's more of an EJ thing.
yeah, and
But
I think he's he has an ongoing competition, silent race with his sister.
yes, I'm definitely gonna address that when I do my video on him. Yes. Oh, so you watched the show
I've seen some clips
Yeah.
that have me like, huh, not
after
you,
the
man,
EJ
because the boy
thing.
like your sister, not you. And okay, all right, sister.
After the EJ thing came out, for some reason, my whole algorithm now is people giving think pieces and dissertations on trans, whether they're trans or not, transracial people. My algorithm is insane,
I
but
just
that's
need
how.
y'all to know transracial is not a
Say that
thing.
again.
Transracial is not. Shout out to Rachel Dolezal. That's not real.
Here,
You can be
so
if you want to be
that's why I'm
transgender.
trying not to get canceled.
I would
Um,
like to be trans financial because I think I'm rich, and y'all should
I,
treat me
I
the same.
said transracial. I don't know what the actual term is where you feel like you were born as the wrong ethnicity, but I'm I don't understand a lot. I can sympathize with a lot of people's plights, but not empathize because I don't necessarily live. That's not my lived experience. If if it, this is why this is a provocative topic. If I cannot empathize but sympathize with whatever you're going on and choose to respect to call you whatever pronouns, because I feel like whatever a person's experience is, it's theirs to have, and what I understand it to be or not to be doesn't really matter. You have a right to be here. You have a right to be who you are.
Hmm.
I just feel
Why are
like
we
this.
vilifying
Can we just not
um
disrespect people? That's it. That's
Rachel
all.
Dolezal?
Well, not I don't got nothing to do with Rachel Dolezal and her.
No, but that was what she asked.
That right, trans like I don't believe her, and that's just me. If she wants to identify as a black woman, I can't go down that road with her. I'm not gonna be disrespectful to. Well, I might disrespect her because I don't think she
I mean, so
ain't
my
gonna
job is
say.
not to tell people when they're right or they're wrong, but my job is to ask questions that make you think. If uh if a Asian woman can
Mm-hmm.
go to a doctor and say, I want you to give me a Westerner look, and she cuts her eyes to give herself an American eye. If a black woman or black man can go to a doctor and say, give me an ethnic nose job, and take away anything that looks quote unquote atypically black, if a white person can go and say, I want lips that are full and beautiful that
But
I
that
can't
doesn't
grow
mean that they're
naturally, those are
changing
things.
their
Hold on.
ethnicity.
The question is to challenge yourself. If you're already answering before I even finish, you're not really challenging yourself. You're just responding because you disagree.
No, no, I
I'm
didn't say
not
I
saying I
disagree.
agree with Rachel Dolezal. I'm just saying 40 years ago, we would not be having a
No, no, no.
conversation
Never. What
about
I'm saying is
accepting.
what you're describing isn't someone. identifying as a different race or a different ethnicity. These are people who got augmentation to their bodies to make themselves feel good about themselves. If somebody like Julie Chen, who went and got her surgeries, she didn't say, "Okay, now all of a sudden I identify as white." You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that's even a problem if she does,
Well, no,
but by and large, when
what
people
you just described was a person who augments their bodies to make themselves feel better. That's no different than a person augmenting their body so that they can feel like they're in the body that they belong in.
But that's still two different things, though. That's still two different things.
Hmm.
Because they're augmenting their bodies for different purposes. If you decide to get your nose, more cylinder and smaller lips or
No, it's
whatnot,
called
or
the ethnic rhinoplasty,
whatever you want to call
so
it,
that
what
you
I'm
can
saying
no longer
is,
look ethnic
but
to
listen to what I'm
whatever your
saying.
ethnicity is.
But listen to what I'm saying. If I get that, and I still identify as black, I may be getting that because I just want a smaller nose. It may not be that I'm saying I want to identify as a white person or a European, person, and somebody descended from the Caucasus Mountains. I just wanted to augment my nose. That's it. That's all. And so, but there are people who may want to feel like they want to transition, and that's their choice as well. But I don't want you to. It sounds like you're saying both are the same,
No,
and
what
that
I'm no,
they're not the
I'm not
same
even saying
thing.
I agree with the quote unquote what did we call it? Transracial. I'm not saying I agree. I'm just saying that all of this stuff is now in my timeline after EJ.
Mm.
If we vilify little Kim, we vilify, and it is called a ethnic rhinoplasty for a reason. It removes whatever is specific to your ethnicity. It's not called a rhinoplasty, it's called an ethnic rhinoplasty, just to be
But that
clear.
does not change your ethnicity. You determine
That
whether
is
or not
something
you
that you
want to
do
change your
that is,
ethnicity.
say that
You
again.
make that determination as to whether or not you want to change your ethnicity. That doesn't change your ethnicity because you do that. No matter what they call it, they can call it whatever they want.
That is the exact same thing that people who don't like trans people say about them.
No, 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 no. What I'm saying is, if they call it a ethnic rhinoplasty, what I'm saying is, it's up to the person to say I'm transracial. The surgery itself is not what does it. It is how that person identifies themselves, regardless as what they call the surgery. That person has to then identify, because look at Patti LaBelle. Patti LaBelle had a very big nose. Stephanie Mills had a very big nose. They got a smaller nose. They didn't choose to say, I got an ethnic rhinoplasty, so now I must change my ethnicity, because that's their choice. They would have to make that decision to say that's what they are, regardless as to what they call the surgery. I don't think the surgery, if you have the surgery, you're automatically, you know, making that determination. It's still the person would have to do that.
All I'm saying is I don't even necessarily agree with it, but it is a thing. People are talking about it, and my question is, if I respect everybody, I respect their pronouns, I respect whatever you want to, I respect sex workers, I respect all these things, then why do we vilify little Kim? Why did we vilify Rachel Dolezal? Why did we vilify the
Little Kim and Rachel Dolezal are two different situations.
mhm.
The
We
two different
vilified Lil
situations.
Kim because her surgeries were terrible.
They look
Not because
botched.
she had the surgeries.
Right.
They
No, no,
look
no, no,
bad.
no. There,
It looks
maybe you do,
botched.
but people are saying she's trying to be white. She's trying to be
But
Latin.
she's not saying that. It doesn't matter what people are saying. She's not saying that. And that's the difference. Rachel Dolezal was saying, I identify as black. Little Kim is not saying, I identify as a different race. That's what other people are saying. And that's why they're not the same.
Okay, so for Rachel Dolezal specifically, right? We're having this conversation in 2026. 40 to 50 years ago, would there be a conversation where people said men could not transition to women? And just because they have transitioned does not mean that I have to respect it. That's still a man. Is
That
that not the
time
conversation?
It's
I
not.
mean,
That's not the same thing.
yeah, that's not the same thing. And the reason it's not the same thing, of course, things come with time. If I go back to the early 1960s, being gay was in the American Journal of Psychiatry and Medicine. You had a mental disorder. They would snatch people out of their homes and out of their churches and stuff and go lock them in padded rooms and things like that. Like you learn, you grow. It's the same conversation we're having about children with autism. It wasn't that there were less autistic children. It's just that we got better at identifying what it is, and more things were accepted under, became a part of what we knew to be. Trans people have always been around. I mean, you can go back to the days of Native Americans when you were two spirited in Native Americans, and they were seen to be sent directly from their deities because they were more like the deity because they were two spirited. And that's always been a thing going back
Wait, is that
centuries.
trans or is that hermaphrodites?
No,
No, no, no.
that's true.
It,
So
it doesn't.
I'm
Hold
learning.
on. It
So
doesn't
Yes.
necessarily have to be the physical gender having two reproductive organs having both a penis and a vagina. It could just be them being two spirited in how they present themselves, how they carry themselves, and how they go about life. There was that two spirited in the spirit. That's why they said two spirited because that's what it was, and that goes back thousands of years.
so do you feel like every trans person feels as if they were born
Once
in
you
the
say
wrong body?
every, once you say every, you're using superlatives, and I'm going to say no because
Okay.
once you use a superlative like every, I'm going to say no because you can never say every single person.
Okay. I might pull you into one of these panel discussions, El Teddy. I might pull you
Good.
into one of these panel
Because he's
discussions
got the
because
initials behind the name.
I have a trans person who wants to come up. I have somebody who is more, I guess you would say, anti-trans. Um,
Damn it.
and I think you might be a good person to kind of like bridge that gap because I think these conversations need to be had. I hate that it was initiated
Oh,
like this, but I'm not gonna lie. If a person is producing a reality show, they want strong opinions,
Hmm.
and I feel like the audience had a strong opinion with Nova and Althea.
Well, here's my concern. I believe I totally agree with you, and really be. I like your take on this. I definitely think we have some strong storylines with this and strong personalities, but I don't necessarily see it translating into the viewership like what we used to see from. And I don't know if that's a factor of it just jumping the shark and the show just not being what it used to be, or is what people are seeing not turning them off. Like I wonder where that disconnect is.
In the viewership, you mean?
Hmm.
Well, I think it's been said several times that when they look at the analytics for Chasing Reality's channel, it's majority black women that is the audience of this show. Now we know it is
Mm.
geared toward the LGBT, yeah, the Leviticals, and that is the focus of said channel to show their lives and what they got going on. But the majority of the viewership is black women, be they gay or straight. Black women are the ones who are the lion's share of this particular channel. And to this season introduce a straight black women into this cast of um queer folk, and to turn around and see her othered from the others, the ones
Mm.
who are always othered. I think
Mm.
it has hit a lot of the women who have championed and propped up this channel to feel like, oh, I thought this was a safe. Okay, this is not a safe space for
You
us
know what it
either.
reminds me of? Remember Chasing Dallas season 2 when Ariel? I said she had issues with black boys and black men, and I had a whole meltdown with because
Mm-hmm.
I was like, how do you have black trans women without having black boys or black men? Like that doesn't make sense. How do you have a if you want me to
Issue with
believe
black boys.
no, but if you want me to believe that you are truly a black person that's Jamaican, how do you make a black how do you make any type of being without a straight woman? I mean, you could do it with a trans man. Let me take that back. I apologize. Let me not be insensitive, but you got to have either a trans man or a straight woman. And more often than not, it's going to be a straight woman because there's just the numbers say there's not as many trans men out there, and of the trans men, it ain't as many trans men that are actually having babies. You know what I'm saying? Some of them are, but the point that I'm making is to vilify a whole group of people, the people from which you come from, that, and then you want people to respect you and not, vilify you and your whole community. It brings hollow.
Wait, she said she did not like black men. Was that it?
Oh, Ariel, yeah, she said that's why we were getting gunned down by police, and she can't stand black men and black boys. She got a problem. That's why y'all getting killed by police and all of that. Yeah, it was a whole thing.
I
Yeah,
mean, you
but
kind
we
of have to go based on that person's life experience, though. That's where I think it's not fair.
right.
If
But
you
we
if you
know.
have been historically beaten up by black dudes, you probably are not going to have an affinity for black men. I'm not saying
Yeah,
that's
and
her
we got
case. I'm just saying
and we
what
got
I'm
to the
learning
bottom
having.
of it, Mims. We did get to the bottom of it, and it was because one of her trans sisters had been unalived recently by a black man. So that's where she was speaking from, that hurt. Like it was fresh, like it had just happened. So we were able to have a conversation and get to where that came from. But initially, yes, El Teddy had a complete, and we was all taken aback when she said it, like, oh my, because as a mother to a black son, one who is alive and one who is not, that statement hit me in a funny type of way. Why would you ever say that? But once we had the conversation and we heard her heart and where
I still
the
never
hurt
changed
she
my
was
viewpoint
speaking
on it.
from, we came to some type of resolution. Okay, please.
All I did was hear what she had to say, and I still was where I was at.
I'm really
Yeah.
big these days on like challenging the status quo and asking questions and answering hard questions and owning up to your truths. And what I'm finding out through having a lot of conversations are a lot of times people will say something and they'll say it in their truth. And if
You went out,
something
Mims. Mims, you went
I said
out.
a lot
Whatever
of
you said,
people,
you went out.
can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear
Yes.
you.
A
Hmm.
lot of people's worldview is based on singularly what they've been through in the world. And I I applaud people who give you their truth. I may not like the truth, but if that is your truth, that's your truth. Some people like for example, there was a young black dude who got sentenced to 25 years um the other day. It made it to the shade room, and basically he was like 17 and had robbed a convenience store. And what they did not say on the shade room is he had actually kind of like tortured and pistol whipped the the person who worked at the convenience store with the gun. Now, I'm a black person who is very pro black. I wear it on my sleeve. I lose subscribers from it. I'm going to talk about things that I feel impact my community, whether you want to hear it or not. But I'm also a black man who's been robbed twice, an attempted carjacking, and my house has been robbed when I wasn't there. When you're talking to me about somebody, no matter what their color is, and they've pistol whipped and tortured somebody else, I'm not raising the flag for him getting 25 years. My life experience, I've had a gun held to my face twice to steal. I mean, one of them was in my 20s. I didn't have shit. They didn't really get shit. Maybe a fossil watch. But
Come
my
on,
life
Fossil. I had a
experience,
bunch of Fossil watches back in the day.
Do you get what I'm saying? My life experience dictates how I feel. Now, any other time for social justice, I'm there. Sometimes I'm picketing, sometimes I'm rioting, sometimes I'm standing up for it. But I'm not standing up for somebody who tortured just a clerk at a convenience store. And if somebody feels a way about that, I don't know what to say.
But here's the deal. Here's the thing. You, as a person, as an adult, and as you grow and you learn, and someone who has emotional intelligence, you should be able to separate and say, this person did this to me. I cannot paint a broad stroke on everybody in that entire group and subsection of people that way. That's what I'm. That's the point that's supposed to be made. And sometimes you these are things that you learn as you grow. You get more emotional intelligence. But I can't say, oh, because for example, as a member of the gay community, I have every reason to be upset and angry with black people because I grew up with black people. I and black people. Hey, Scooter Boo.
Hi.
And black people growing up as a gay man treated me horribly. That was men and women.
Love you.
Treat called me everything but a child of God from as early as I can remember before I even knew anything about myself and before I even knew that I was gay. It doesn't make me hate. It doesn't even make me hate my family. It doesn't even make me hate the entirety of black people. For or as horrible as white people have been to black people, right? I can't paint every white person ever with the broad stroke of everything that has happened to black people at the hands of white people because every white person is not that way. Now, a lot of them are, but every white person is not that way. So I think that just in life in general, if we're going to be on this blue planet, we're going to be a part of the spectrum of, being Homo sapiens, I should say. We have to understand that that's why I say you can't have superlatives where you say every and always because it's never every and it's never always. And you then don't give your chance to experience people and, really see the fullness of the human spectrum. That's why I got so angry when Nova said she had a problem with Noel because he had on a wig and a beard, but you had no problem with Ken. That doesn't even make sense. And Ken got on a wig and a beard and a mustache.
After
I
all we
think. Oh,
learned about
mhm.
Nova, why would you expect sense from her?
You're right. I should not be making sense of the nonsensical.
Amen.
I think that is not necessarily most people's reality, though.
I think
El
that
Teddy,
no,
I
and
don't
I'm with
think
you. I'm,
that.
I'm I'm totally with you. I'm totally with you. I think
Well,
that
I don't. Hold
some
on.
of
I
it.
don't.
Go ahead. I'm
Hold on
sorry.
a second. I don't think that that's everyone's reality. And even with what's her name? I don't know. You said somebody from Dallas who didn't like black
Ariel.
men.
Ariel.
Ariel.
Okay, even with Ariel, even after hearing her story, you still found fault. Meaning, even after hearing her life experience, whatever it is, whether she never messed with another black man or didn't like them, whatever the case is, that's her personal experience, and she was negatively impacted by something that was life altering.
My
I'm
issue
just
was
more
not
of,
my
uh
issue.
huh.
Just to explain, my issue was not that. My main issue wasn't the fact that she said she couldn't stand black men. My issue that I had the most with her is when she said we needed to die, and she
Well,
said
no,
that
okay,
she
so
was
that's
glad
something
that
different.
she
Hold on,
said she
hold
was
on.
glad that police were murdering black men.
That's
That
different.
that's the part
You are
where
now
I said
saying that
you can say
a
all of that
group
other stuff.
does not have the ability to
You wanting
live
me
or
to
just
die?
exist.
Yeah, you not
That's
wanting me to
different.
exist. That's why I was like, baby, you feel how you feel, baby. It is what it is.
That's different, right? That's not what you said initially. It was just she said she didn't like black men, and I'm like, well,
No, I included the part about her saying that she was glad that police were murdering us. I said it
I
real
didn't hear
fast.
that.
Yeah, she was saying
No,
that
I
she was
didn't. I
glad
didn't hear
that we
that
were
part.
dying and the police was murdering us. Yeah.
Okay, then no, we're on the same page.
Anyway, but yeah, that was the whole episode, y'all. I think Carl and Kendall sat down and we didn't get to see the end because I guess we're gonna see the next episode. But
I'm hoping Carl ball up his fist.
oh wow,
I would
yes,
like to see
ma'am,
it.
really be
I
your
would like to
screen
see
really
it.
be.
Um, I mean, it's a totally different subject, but number one, Florida just got upset.
Oh yes, I got them in my brackets. Is getting upset. Woo! Come on now,
I
you don't
thought
make
you
my night.
meant
You know I can't
listen.
stand
Let
University
me
of
tell
Florida.
you how unsportsmanlike I am.
Woo!
I thought you was talking about there was an election of some sort and what they thought was supposed to happen didn't.
Girl, let me check my bracket
No, it's
now.
March Madness, man.
Uh, that's the round ball.
That is the round ball. Yes,
Yeah, that'd be the
That's the
round one.
college
Yeah. Uh
babies,
huh.
right?
Uh
those
huh.
are yes the college babies. Yes,
Uh
yes.
huh.
Okay,
Uh huh.
go Duke. Are they there? Are the Duke people there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, go Duke. Woohoo.
I hate Duke.
I only picked them because I like their blue better than the baby blue of the
I
other
don't like
people.
either one. If I had to choose, I would choose Carol UNC, but I don't like either one of their asses.
Oh, like some bikes. Okay, well,
I mean,
go
so that's
Duke.
the episode because I'm getting ready to tap out. I mean, it's a great conversation, but I'm tired. This is my fourth time live, third time, f- fourth time live today. I'm
I
tired.
mean, you could be like me and have driven 10 hours.
Why you always gotta one up a motherfucker? I said I was live 4 times, nigga.
That's a lot of
I
curse.
only I only had a migraine. I missed church today, so
Oh,
I've been
you
in the bed
missed
all
church.
day.
You weren't feeling well at all.
Exactly,
Hmm.
exactly.
Cruiser,
So
Cruiser had
that's
Oh,
a migraine. That's why we
I
didn't go
came into
live.
the conversation with her talking about fights that she has right before the church.
Oh
So
wow.
I
yeah.
mean, it ain't nothing new for Ebby to fight at the church now.
Yeah,
It is
that's
not.
That's not new.
that's very common.
Mhm.
Listen, y'all, we have everybody here. Make sure y'all hit the like button and all of that good stuff, or hit the dislike button. It all goes to the algorithm. You know what I'm saying? Like or dislike, and we around here all of the time. Evie, tell the people what you got going on.
Um, I may be coming live tomorrow so we can cuss out Disney and Hulu for this bachelorette situation, which they knew about because the first episode was about the situation that video was about before you even made that raggedy bitch the bachelorette.
Oh
But
wow.
yeah.
Oh wow.
And I might start and part one season three of Life is a Drag on Gemini Films is out. My review will be out tomorrow. I had to watch the episode and do a review.
I did like how they chose a not conventionally attractive bachelorette. Like they
Oh,
didn't just
now
pick
she
a
So you just
ugly.
called
top.
the woman ugly. So she
Yeah.
ugly.
She I did I she's I don't think she's ugly, but if she's right, she's not what you would consider conventionally a
Mm.
beautiful girl. She's cute, but she's not. Oh my gosh, she's so beautiful. I understand, but it's been a plethora of average white bitches be the bachelorette. They ain't never
I
been no.
I
Oh
think
my
you
gosh,
missed
she's
the
so
drag
gorgeous.
race live. I don't. I did they do drag race last night?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Yes,
was out of town. You missed it. Really be talk to the people.
baby, just have your notifications on. I don't know what we got going on. We got tribe meeting. That's that's what I got.
I want y'all to watch Blue Therapy on Netflix so we can talk about it because that shit is crazy.
Ma'am, tell the people what you got going on.
Well, I kind of said it. I've been working. Like my goal is always to kind of like bridge the gap, especially when it comes to like marginalized communities, and me not feeling like there's a sense of community amongst those. So I try to like, you know, talk to people, have conversations, get a better understanding. So I will be tackling like DJ, the Dio Whisperer, and if I do a panel, I'll be reaching out in your availability.
Okay, I'm very easily found. I'm
Come on,
here though.
see
I'm here.
me here, I will be fine. Okay.
Y'all, we'll be here tomorrow for Run Your Mouth, 5 o'clock Eastern, 2 o'clock Pacific. The Driving Five. We'll be
Little
running our
baby,
mouth
yes.
tomorrow.
Little baby says she funny looking like a Furby.
Yeah. Oh dear God. Anyway, we thank y'all so much for being here. That's all we got for y'all. As I always say, I love y'all. I love on y'all. Thank you all for being vocal, present, and active. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for any and all contributions that you make to the channel. They're much obliged and much appreciated. Thank y'all so much. We had a great time, and we'll be back next week on Really B's channel next week. And we'll be here. That's all I got for y'all. Until next time, thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely. We out here.